I know you don't want to work forever, neither do I, so let's talk about some FIRE strategies that can get you to retire ASAP. Today we'll be talking about Coast FIRE, which is my personal favorite FIRE strategy. And for those of you who don't know, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. Coast FIRE means you aggressively invest early on in your life until the point where your investments will naturally grow to an amount that can fund your retirement later on. Your Coast FIRE number is pretty much the number you need to have invested today in order for the investment to have enough time to grow into a certain amount by the time and age you want to retire. So once you reach your Coast FIRE number, that means you can stop contributing and wait and watch your investments grow into that big amount that you want by the time you retire. In other words, once your investments hits that number, you can pretty much coast, aka not contribute a single dollar, and just cover your living expenses with your salary. That's where the coast comes from Coast FIRE. The ideal candidate for someone who wants to do Coast FIRE is someone who wants financial freedom earlier in their life, and also someone who does not want the constant financial pressure to save for the rest of their life. There's literally a free calculator for Coast FIRE on Wallapers that shows you exactly your Coast FIRE number that you need to reach by depending on the retirement age that you input. You pretty much enter all this data based on your investment portfolio, your age, the age that you want to retire, and the amount of money you want to spend per year, and it gives you your Coast FIRE number and how many years you are away from that goal. Coast FIRE is a strategy that I'm personally going with because I want to retire earlier. I find a lot of joy toggling the retirement age from 67 to 65 to 60 to 55 to 50, etc., lowering the amount every single year so that I can see how much do I need to contribute today because the amount invested that I need is growing. Curious to know what questions you have about Coast FIRE, so let me know in the comments.